Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video we are talking about change in dimension. In this part we will know changing dimension effect on perimeter. If you multiply all of the side by any number, you will find that the perimeter will be changed by multiplying by the same number. What does it mean? Look at figure number 1. If you need to find the perimeter of figure number 1, just add all of the sides. So 3 plus 3 equals 6 plus 2 equals 8. It means the first perimeter now would be equals 8. Now look at figure number 2. The relation between 1 and 2 that you multiply all of the side by 2. 3 multiplied by 2 equals 6. 3 times 2 equals 6. 2 times 2 equals 4. Now we need to find the perimeter of the second. To find the perimeter, just we need to add all of the sides. 6 and 6 equals 212. Plus 4 equals 216. You will find that the relation between perimeter number 1 and perimeter number 2, that you multiply them by 2. You will find that perimeter number 2 is equals perimeter number 1 multiplied by 2. As you multiply all of the side by a number, you will multiply the perimeter also by the same number. So if you multiply all of the side by 3, so the new perimeter now will be the perimeter multiplied by 3. If you multiply all of the side by 4, so perimeter 2 will be equals perimeter 1 multiplied by 4. Now what will happen if you changing dimension and the effect on the area? If you multiply all of the side by any number, you will find that the area will be changed by multiplying by the square of this number. How can we find that? Look at figure number 1. It's represent a rectangle. We know that the area of the rectangle equal length multiplied by width. So 5 times 4 equals 220. Now we need to find figure number 2. You will find that 5 becomes 10. It's been multiplied by 2. And the 4 becomes 8. You multiply also by 2. So the relation between figure number 1 and figure number 2, you multiply the sides by 2. Now find the area. To find the area, we know that we have a rectangle. It will be length multiplied by width, which is 10 multiplied by 8. It will be equals to 80. Now find the relation between A1 and A2. You will find that all what we have to do, A1 multiplied by 2 to the power 2. Because you multiply the sides by 2, so it will be 2 to the power 2. If you multiply the sides by 3, you will change the area by multiplying by 3 to the power 2. So whatever the number that you multiply by the sides, just squared it to find the new area. In question number 1, we have a parallelogram with dimension 4 and 3. What will happen to the perimeter if you triple all of the sides? If you triple the side, it means you multiply the side by 3. So we need to find the perimeter number 1. We know the perimeter of the parallelogram equals the sum of the two adjacent sides multiplied by 2. So it will be 4 plus 3 multiplied by 2, which equals 214. Now we need to find the second perimeter. Because you will triple all of the sides, it means you multiply all of the sides by 3. So also you will multiply here the perimeter number 1 multiplied by 3. We know that perimeter number 1 is equals to 14. Just multiply 14 by 3, you will find that the answer will be equals 42 inches. In question number 2, we have a trapezoid. Suppose that we multiply all of the sides by half. We need to know the new perimeter now. So we know that the perimeter equals the sum of the side lengths. All what we have to do, just we need to add all of the sides. So it would be 13 plus 14 plus 24 plus 14. By adding all of the sides, you will find that the answer will be equal to 65 centimeters. To find the perimeter number 2, now we multiply all of the sides by 1 over 2. So we'll follow the same. We'll multiply the perimeter also by 1 over 2. So 65 multiplied by 1 over 2. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equal to 32.5 centimeters. So whatever the number that you multiply the side, you will multiply also the perimeter. In question number 3, we have a triangle. The two sides of the triangle 1 and 2. We have a right angle triangle. It means one of them will be the base and the second will be the height. If we multiply all of the sides by 5, what will happen to the new area? Now we need to find area number 1. Area number 1, we know that the area of the triangle half multiplied by the length of the base multiplied by the height. By multiplying, you will find that the area will be equals 1 centimeter squared. As we multiply the side now by 5 to find the second area, we just multiply the area number 1 multiplied by the 5 to the power 2. Because you multiply all of the sides by 5 to find the new area, multiplied by 5 squared. So the new area now will be 1 multiplied by 25. The answer would be equals to 25 centimeters squared. So if you multiply the side by any number, the perimeter will be multiplied by the same number. But for the area, you will square this number. So again, we have a rectangle with dimension 2 and 4. Suppose that we multiply the dimension by 2.5. We need to know the effect on the new area. Number 1, we need to find area 1. Area 1 will be equal to length multiplied by width, because we are talking about rectangles. So it will be 2 multiplied by 4. The answer will be equal to 8 feet squared. Now we need to find area 2. Once you multiply it by 2.5 to find the second area, just write the first area without any change, and multiply it by 2.5 squared. If you are talking about perimeter, we'll multiply by the same number without any change. But once we are talking about area, you will multiply it by the square of a number. So by multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equals 50 feet squared. Now in question number 5. In question number 5, we have a triangle with dimension 4, 5 and 6.4. If we double the length of each side, what will happen to the new perimeter? So all what we have to do, we need to add all of the sides. By adding all of the sides, you will find that the answer will be equals 15.4 centimeter. To find the second perimeter, what is the change for each side? We double the side. Double, it means multiply each side by 2. So whatever the number that you multiplied by the side, you will multiply it by the perimeter. So we just use the first perimeter without any change. Double, it means multiply it by 2. If we are talking about area, we will square the number. If we are talking about the perimeter, we will use the same number without any change. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be equal to 30.8 centimeter. In question number 6, we have a triangle with dimension 4, 5 and 6.4. What will happen to the area if we triple all of the sides? Triple, it means multiply the sides by 3. So we need to find the first area at the first. We know that the area of the triangle half multiplied by the length of the base multiplied by the height. So the answer now will be equals 10 squared unit. Now we need to find the new area after tripling all of the sides. We will use the first area without any change. Triple, it means multiplied by 3. But because we are talking about area, so we will square the number. So it will be 10 multiplied by 3 squared. 10 multiplied by 3 squared, which equals to 9. By multiplying, you will find that the answer will be 90 squared unit. That's how can we find the change in perimeter and area if we change the dimension of the figure.